Okay, welcome back to Stardew. First day of year 2, finally, and we're going to be planting a ton of crops. I also noticed in editing, and let me go get my scarecrow here. I did not realize it, but I actually placed, yeah, this is the Kent event, I don't care about this. So I realized in editing that I actually placed the fence on this right side wrong. So you'll notice it's cutting off part of where the sprinklers are. I did not realize this until it was kind of already too late. So I'm just going to fix that now. It shouldn't take too long. It should be like fine. But yeah, I did not realize that was an issue until I actually went to edit the video, and I was like, oh shit, I have to take care of that now. So that was a little bit unfortunate. I was kind of unhappy about that, but it's fine. We got plenty of time. So, and fencing doesn't take a lot of wood to make. In fact, I think we have enough wood to actually make it right now. So let me just make that. There we go. And everything else, oh yeah, right, we also have to like fix this too. This bottom part of the fence is too far away. So we have one side of the fence that's too close and one side that's just like way too far away. So going great so far. Already we've blundered and it's just the bare start of year 2, like just barely. Oh boy, it's gonna be great. This is gonna be great. It's fantastic. I've already recorded 2 7 days videos like as well, so that's kind of like, it's a little weird, but I was kind of like, yeah, I should probably get like a group session done, because I don't usually like group record like this where I record like 2 games at once. And the reason is that it can just like cause a lot of problems to do with like both audio and like potentially losing footage. But effectively, the reason that I'm doing it is I'm very, very far behind, and I don't want to like have to keep doing stuff like kind of in a rush. So I just kind of figured, okay, well, I'll get what I need recorded and then, you know, just kind of like move on with everything else, because I didn't think it would be that much of an issue, but it's not great. I still have to do like FPS pitfalls, which I think it was last video I said that I was planning on like uploading that at the end of February, but that's going up in March now because just it's taken so long to get that edited and just get it done, because I had to like make a script for it, I have to gather footage, I have to like do a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, not going as well as I'd kind of planned. I'd kind of planned on me getting that done a lot quicker, but I didn't. Again, it's so hard when you're like doing a new series, because you have to like figure out how to edit and you have to figure out like a bunch of other stuff. So it's kind of like unfortunate, but it's fine. It is what it is. I just have to like deal with it. As for how often like FPS pitfalls videos are gonna go up, probably not very often. Like probably like once a month, maybe more than that, depending on like how much work it's gonna entail. But for the most part, I don't think FPS pitfalls are going to be going up very frequently. I think they're going to be kind of like an infrequent event, because they're not like easy to make by any means. I mean, this one alone, like I said, has taken me a ton of time and effort, so it's just not ideal. And on top of that, there's also not much to talk about really when it comes to like FPS pitfalls, so I kind of want to space the videos out so I can make the series last a bit longer. Because the thing is, like, there's so many fundamentals in FPS games, but, like, once you actually break them down, there's not much left after that. So, it's kind of like a weird mixed bag, because on one hand, it's like, yeah, you can get everything you really need done, but at the same time, like, there's not too much to do. Also, I just realized I'm going to have to chop this down because I put it in the wrong spot. Because I got to get a gate here. There we go. So, let's see if this is enough. I don't think it is. I need 2 more. There we go. Okay, so I need 3 more. Never mind. There we go. So now that's done. Go in, place down the rare crow. Good. So what we got for mail? Yes, I know, everything's increased. I get it, game. So yeah, we're basically just going to be spending the day getting some work done, and we've got, so we gotta go grab our fertilizer, and we gotta go to Pierre's to get all the stuff we're gonna need. So I thought about getting garlic, but I don't believe garlic is technically worth it. So the reason is it costs 20 more than parsnips do, right? But the thing is, is that parsnips are basically the same value from what I can tell with garlic. Like they're not too far off from each other. So it's just technically better to get parsnips. Like garlic seems good on paper, but I did the math on it and it just doesn't seem to add up. And maybe I'm just like doing calculations wrong, but it really seems like parsnips are just the way to go. Just because they're so much cheaper and they produce the same amount of money, so, or at least like slightly less money, which in the long term is technically more because mathematics are stupid. So I'm just gonna buy 300 of these. Actually, maybe 400 or 500 because it's gonna take us a lot. Because I mean, I think we already have like 130 plots. So just get this, get like 500 and that'll last me for the whole season. Okay, so just be very careful here now. There we go. Okay, so we got our parsnips. Now we just need to go grab our fertilizer and the cauliflower that we have stored. And then from there, we just have to plant everything and then call it a day, go inside, go to bed, do all that. We also need to gather leeks. So the thing is, we need to not only gather them, but we actually need to put them in the thing. And what I didn't know is apparently, and a friend told me this, so the leeks I have actually won't count for the gathering of it. They will only count for, okay, I don't know why I picked that up. What did I just pick up? What did I pick up? I picked up something. I have no idea what I picked up. Okay, well, whatever, it's fine. So the leeks that we actually have in our inventory don't count towards gathering leeks. They just count towards, like, if I put them in the box, like in the stove, I guess, in Evelyn and George's house. That will count for that, but it won't count for much else. So that's an interesting thing I didn't know. But they aren't that bad because apparently the challenge they have to do is apparently like a whole season long challenge. Like it's an entire month challenge. So it's not that bad. I thought it was a lot worse. I thought it was like a 7-day challenge or maybe, oh god damn it. I thought it was 7 days was why I was like kind of concerned, but no, apparently it's actually like the full 28 days. So that's not terrible. That could be a lot worse than it is. But that's perfectly fine. If it's really like 28 days, that's very reasonable. I can get that done. Especially if it's only 12 leaks, and I've really got nothing else to do other than look for them, so, like, that in of itself isn't that bad either. But, yeah, I was kind of worried it was going to take a lot, like, less time than that, like, it was going to, like, give me only, like, 7 days or 12 days or something, but, yeah, having a whole month to get that done is perfectly fine. I will be, no matter how RNG screwed I get, I'm sure I'll be okay. So yeah, we're going to be planting a ton of parsnips though, and those are going to take 4 days to harvest, but they'll be worth it. Right, I did not take the ancient fruits. I'm going to have to go back inside for those. So I'm going to use the quality fertilizer on the ancient fruits, that way I get gold tier ancient fruits every single time. And that'll give me a ton of money when they're ready. And then everything else I'm just going to use normal fertilizer for, because I don't really see any value of using the quality fertilizer on it. Like, it's tempting, but the problem I have with it is, like, I feel like the regular fertilizer is perfectly fine for stuff like, you know, parsnips. And eventually I'm going to get to the point where my farming level is so high that pretty much everything is going to be gold tier regardless. But getting that gold tier ancient fruit is so important that it just really seems like it's top priority over everything else. Because, like, a gold tier ancient fruit's worth, like, I'm pretty sure close to 1,000 per one I actually sell. So it just seems like a better idea to focus entirely on that and not really have to worry about it too much. Okay, so get the quality fertilizer down. So we'll just, like, do this. Nice. And then the rest of the fertilizer will go down now. Okay, fantastic. Just get that done. So we're gonna get big famous, big rich off our nips. We're gonna be the biggest farmer in town, and by biggest I mean only. But it's fine. You know what? The best part of having no competition is that you literally cannot fail. Alright, so here we go. So we've got most of this down. By the way, can I talk about the new Sonic game? Before I forget, this just hit me and I don't know why this just like, I just remembered this. But why are they making a game that is effectively a sequel to Shadow the Hedgehog? Like, I've talked about how bad Shadow the Hedgehog is in the past. Like, I consider it to be like the Tommy Wiseau's The Room of gaming. And I'm not, like, talking shit on it, because I actually think that's very charming that there's a game that is just that bad that's actually funny. But that game is so terrible. And the fact that they're kind of making a sequel to it, I mean, it's not like a full-on sequel, but it kind of is. That's just really funny to me. Like, it's really, really, really funny that they're doing that. I'm just like, are we really, like, making a game that's, like, kind of a sequel to Shadow the Hedgehog? Alright, I mean... Hopefully it's as bad as Shadow the Hedgehog was. I find it funny that with Sonic games, I actually hope that they're bad. Like, I prefer it when they're bad. Because it's just like... Because when you get, like, a good Sonic game, like Sonic Colors, there's really not much to talk about. It's just like, oh yeah, it's good. But when you get a game like Shadow the Hedgehog, or like Sonic Adventure, where it's just, like, really, really terrible, it's really, really funny. And it gets enjoyable. Like, the fact that Sonic Adventure opens up with Sonic going, yeah, this is happening. It's like, come on, man. You can't just do that. You can't open up your game's story like that. That's insane. Like, why? Why would you open up the plot like that? Just him standing on the edge of a building like Batman and just shouting, oh yeah, this is happening. It's like, you can't do that. That's stupid, and it's the kind of stupid that I love, but it's just like, oh man, it's just so funny to me. And it's like, I just prefer Sonic games when they suck. I think they're way more enjoyable when they're terrible. I mean, look at Sonic 06. Like, do you think we would have talked about Sonic 06 to this day if it was that good? No. We talk about it because it's one of the biggest failures in gaming history, and it's hilarious. And, like, unlike Payday 3, I've talked about this before, because I know people say it's like, oh, well, like, if you like bad games, when you like Payday 3? It's like, because Payday 3 is the type of bad where it's not fun. It's just bad. Like, there's a difference between, like, oh, like, so bad it's funny, and, like, oh, bad. Just bad. Like, just nothing else to it. But yeah, no, like, when games are really bad, that's when they're fun, because, like, that's when you get some of the best memes ever, and just some of the, like, most funny fucking things you've ever seen out of it. I mean, like, a great example of that is, like, Camper Dorfare 3. Like, I talked about Camper Dorfare 3 at the end of that game. I kind of reviewed and said, like, it's kind of the situation of, like, so bad it's good, because there are points in that game's plot where it's just, like, it shouldn't be enjoyable as a campaign, because, like, there's no real memorable set pieces, and, like, a lot of the dialogue is very stock, and a lot of the characters just don't feel like themselves, and there's a lot of plot problems that come in. But the thing with Camper Dorfare 3's campaign and why it's fun is because it gets to the point where it's so bad that it's good, right? Like, it gets to the point, like, the way Soap dies is so funny, because when you examine it, right? Because in the moment, you're kind of like, oh, that's bullshit. But then, like, when you examine the scene, you're like, wait, not only is it bullshit that they, like, pulled that shit, but it's also really funny because there's no way the scene can possibly work. So it's like, so you have the scene, right? So Price and Soap get shot. Makarov is standing over Price, delivering a monologue, which is so out of character from what we've seen of Makarov. Like, he would not do that. And then you have, like, the situation with Soap where it's like, oh, he got shot in the shoulder, like, I guess, you know, whatever. And then he gets up, and they fucking stabs Makarov in the shoulder, even though he totally could have stabbed him in the side of the neck, which would have killed him, or in the head, which would have killed him. And even though, like, Soap stabs the shit out of him, you also have to remember that, like, you know, Soap is stabbing him with the hand of Soap that's injured. And, like, on top of that, like, Makarov's got two guards with him who would see Soap do this and just shoot him, which makes it also nonsensical. And then you've got like the other aspect of it where it's like, oh, okay, so Makarov somehow fights Soap off with his injured, like now injured shoulder. Like it makes no sense. And then like the way that Soap, like the angle he comes in to stab Makarov makes no sense because he would have had to teleport behind him. Like everything about that scene is wrong. And then you have like Ghost and Gaz coming in, like and somehow not being able to shoot Makarov even though they were just there like a second after Soap gets shot. Everything about that scene just makes no sense. It's like really funny. But see, that's what I talk about though, like so bad it's good, because the fact that you can talk about that scene and laugh at it is what makes it really, really great. Okay, so all that's being watered on its own. We have to make ourselves more fertilizer real fast. Actually, what do we need for quality fertilizer? I can't check because we don't have it unlocked yet. That's unfortunate. Actually, I don't even know if you can unlock quality fertilizer. Oh yeah, right. We gotta make all of our, let's see how much bait we have now. Huh. Would you look at that? Almost 600 bait. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so I think today we're just going to go look around for some leaks and see if we can find them. And then we really don't have much to do other than just kind of like go from merchant to merchant, just kind of planting crop after crop. So I think we're pretty good on that. There's like really not much to do, like that's the thing. Also, I need to start clearing out the area around the fence because I don't know if this is like Harvest Moon where the fence will block out everything, or if it can continue to spread through the fence, but let's just be very careful about this and just kind of clear this out anyway just to be safe, because it's really not... I don't like the idea of this being around here and causing me problems. Okay, so sell this, sell this, and we need to go and put the, we need to put this into the community center, progress that, which will be really nice. And let me just store everything that we don't need. Oh my god, we have more bug meat in here? I didn't even realize. Okay, hang on, let's make some more bait. Oh no. Oh my god. How much bait do we have? We have over 700 bait. Jesus. Okay, wow. Yikes. That's quite a lot, yeah. Also, we have 2 geodes to crack open, so we got a lot to do today. So I think we will probably head towards the town first and get that out of the way. We also have to start collecting daffodils. Are these worms? These look like worms. Yes, they are, but they had nothing in them. Okay. Oh, there's a leak. It was only 1 though. That's unfortunate. I have the skill that lets me like pick up 2 of them at once, but unfortunately it doesn't really seem to proc very often. I wonder what the percentage chance of that happening is. Because I'm kind of like interested in that, like what the percentage chance of getting like the double foraging items is. I can't imagine it's high because I feel like I would have gotten a lot more. But it's gotta be like okay, it has to be decent. Because it still does happen on occasion, it's just like not super common. So we have what? We have like 9 turnips now, 10 turnips. I'm trying to figure out like, or not turnips, leeks. Like I'm trying to figure out how many we have because I feel like we have quite a few. And granted, they won't count towards me getting the, they won't count towards me getting, like, the one part of the objective done, but they will count towards the second part of it, which is nice. Because, like, let me just go grab that real fast before I forget. So, gifts for George. So, we have to, yeah, we have to gather 12 leeks, and we have to place the leeks in Evelyn's kitchen. So, we can do the second part of this the second that we get the leeks, like, because we already have, I think, like, 9 of them total. But the actual gathering of them will actually have to happen this spring. I didn't actually know that. I thought that it was like, oh, I just have to have the leeks ready. I didn't know I have to actually get them like during the season, which is kind of annoying, but it's not a big deal. We'll probably get them. Like, it won't... Again, we have a full month for this, you know. It shouldn't be that much of a problem, like, really. What was I doing? Right, I have to go to Clint's. I don't know why I decided to go out here. I think I got, like, way too enticed by the ideas of picking up leeks. I got, like, way too into it. I'm like, oh, yeah, man, we're gonna go leek hunting. It's like, no, we're not. We have our stuff to do. Stuff that's much more time-sensitive than that. But yeah, so I think it was the last video I talked about, like, oh, I've got like some weird one-off stuff coming out and like FPS pitfalls. And like I said, with FPS pitfalls, it's definitely gonna take a little bit longer than I thought it would, which is too bad because I kind of thought I'd be done it by like February. But unfortunately, I think the first video is gonna go up like sometime around March. So I'm not gonna get a single thing from this, am I? Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Okay, well, that's fine. So what else do I have to do? Right, community center, put in the oak resin. Got it. And then after that, I think we'll head to the beach, see if there's any shells and worms around, and then I think after that, we'll start hunting our leeks. Get out of my way, Robin. So help me God. So that's an error progression item, which is fantastic. I was a little worried that we wouldn't get like the progression stuff done, but we're slowly getting there. It's like taking a little bit. It kind of sucks that it's taking so long, to be honest. But so what do we have here that we can like do for ourselves that's like not RNG dependent? So we can get both of these things in summer. This is RNG. We have complete control over the fodder bundle because we can get wheat like next month, and as for apples, we're getting that in fall because we have the tree. We can get a pomegranate, but I'm kind of hoping we don't have to get to the point where we actually like do that. Kind of hoping it just shows up at the merchant because I really want to avoid buying their tree. And then the most unfortunate thing is we need the animal bundle stuff, which is purely RNG dependent, sadly. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be, but yeah, that one's going to take a little bit. But we're almost done the community center. We're like almost there. I am gonna be so happy when the community center is finished though, because like the community center just takes so much time and effort. Like it's just such, and it's an RNG fest, which is what I hate the most. I really wish it wasn't, because being an RNG fest is just miserable. Like it takes so long to get anything done with it. And I mean, it's not too bad as like a grind, because the fact that we're almost done it, and all it really took was like an in-game year, isn't too bad. But like, oh, a leak. But the thing is, like, I really wish it had taken less time. And I mean, we're still working on it. Like, this thing, it's not even done yet. Like, there's still more to do, which is such a pain in the ass. But it'll be done soon. It won't be too much of a problem. But yeah, I have like mostly, I've mostly figured out like what we need for the community center. Like I said, there's a few RNG dependent things here and there that are pain. But once we get those done, we can just focus entirely on friendship, because I think the thing I want with the community center is like friendship is going to be so much easier like once we actually have that done, right? I think we got the dig item here. So do we have a note? No, we don't have a note. I thought we had a note. I don't know why I thought we had a note. So I think we have everything. Okay, there's an error leak. Oh, and there's worms. It's just copper though. Okay, so we have 3 leeks now. I have to check how many we have in our like inventory, but I think we only have 8, which means we need 1 more. Even then, we still need to gather them because like we've only gotten like 2 leeks out of the. Wait, why is it saying 2? Oh, because we got the first one before we did the contract. God damn it! I just realized that. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wish I'd actually done the contract first. I mean, I guess I saw the leak when I was on my way there, so. At least I think I did. I don't know. I'm trying to defend my stupidity. I'm trying to unsuccessfully defend my stupidity. It's not good. It's not a good thing. So yeah, I think after we're done today, I think we'll probably call it a video, because we haven't been going like a crazy long time or anything, but it would be kind of nice to just have a nice short, little medium length video, whatever. So hang on a minute. So that is 11, so we need 1 more leak to actually get the first step of this done. And then after that, unfortunately, we're at the whims of RNG. It's always my favorite. But yeah, so FPS Pitfalls probably coming out like the first week or second week of March. And then after that, I don't think I'll be doing their FPS Pitfalls for a couple of months after. Maybe like I don't know, maybe 1 more. I might like do 2 of them at once just so I can like put them both up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how well the video does. If like the video does well, I'll rush out to get another one made, but they're quite tedious to make so far. Like I said, I've only gotten work done on like the first one, and it's taken a good while. Like it's a little weird problem, but there's like a lot of nuances to it that I hadn't really anticipated, and writing out the script is not been super easy. But okay, so let's see. We need one more leek to get the first step done. If I can just find this damn leek. Got tons of spring onions to sell, which is good because they're just free money. And I think we pretty much have done everything we can do. I think we're just kind of waiting for stuff now. Because unfortunately, we've pretty much done everything we can directly influence. Everything else is just kind of like done. Unfortunately, what kind of remains for this is just stuff that we have no control over. So yeah, I don't think we can really do much else. I think we just have to call it a day and just kind of move on. So I think we'll just go home. We'll call it a day. I'm gonna actually, you know what? While we're at, let me just check for the trash hat, see if I can get it. I don't think I can though. And yeah, I think we've pretty much done everything we can do. I don't really see like much else to be done, to be honest. We've gotten most of our farm work done. I mean, we got all of the farm work done like day one, which is nice. So now we just have to wait for everything to kind of be like, harvestable. I don't feel like harvestable is a word. So let me just check my friendship with Haley before I forget. So we got 5 hearts. We can hand her a daffodil, but I don't want to. I think we've like haven't done the 4 heart event yet, which is kind of why I'm like worried about doing the 6 heart thing, because it's like, what if I miss the event? So I'll just like hold out on that for a bit, just a little while, just to be safe. What else can I sell? Sell the 10 stone because I don't need it. And let's go inside and let's head to bed. Actually, I'm going to also... There we go. Alright, now let's head to bed. There we go. And I think we can call the video. We would go in a good while. Like, I think it's been like half an hour. So, that's going to be it. And next time we're going to hopefully get more leeks and probably harvest the crop. We'll probably go to like the first merchant day.